The 5 most popular places in Brighton and Hove: the Great Britain Royal Pavilion, purchased by the Brighton government from Queen Victoria in 1850. The Indo-Saracenic-style palace building, or similar to buildings in 19th century India, is projected for tourism purposes after previously being only a private royal residence. The Lanes is a street in the narrow alleys of Brighton and Hove which is very popular because it has several cafes, fast food restaurants, and a variety of small shops selling antiques and local souvenirs. The narrow streets of course make you have to be willing to jostle, especially when the weekend comes. Of course thousands of visitors will come to the area. The pedestrian-only The Lanes is the busiest shopping center in Brighton and Hove. A visit to Brighton, it's not complete if you don't visit British Airways I-360. Yes, British Airways I-360 is an observation tower that opened on the 4th of August 2016, where visitors can enjoy a 360-degree view of Brighton and Hove from a height of 160 meters. Construction of the tower cost £46 million, equivalent to Rs 900 billion. Every year, British Airways I-360 is visited by more than 700,000 tourists. If you want to climb the tower, you are required to book a ticket through the official website with a price range of £16 or around 312,000 Indonesian rupiahs. Sea Life Brighton is the second oldest aquarium in the world, which has existed since 1872, after the Arcachon Aquarium in France, which was first built in 1867. This aquarium was destroyed due to the impact of World War I, which then made it rebuilt several years later. Sea Life Brighton has around 3,500 kinds of marine animals from 100 different species. The most interesting thing that you can find in this aquarium is the artificial coral reefs that can change color at any time, which makes the appearance of this place so beautiful and amazing. An old pier in Brighton and Hove, Brighton Palace Pier has become one of the main attractions for tourists visiting the city. The pier is home to several amusement rides as well as small restaurants that refer to an amusement park. Brighton Palace Pier itself is estimated to always be visited by approximately 3 million domestic and foreign tourists. In addition to riding the existing rides, you can also enjoy grilled fish and chips while enjoying the beautiful blue sea of the English Channel. The next tourist attraction in Brighton that is interesting to visit is the Brighton Toy and Model Museum. This place is under the city train station. Inside there is a fairly complete collection of toys and models. You can find rare and old toys from England and several other countries in Europe. Starting from dolls, model trains, cars, soldiers, and so on. These toys are interesting for educational tours as well. Brighton Toy and Model Museum will be more interesting to visit when there is a special agenda there. For example, when there is a running days event that allows you to enjoy a variety of rare train toys. Bluebell Railway is one of the trains that is now an interesting tourist destination to visit because it is a part of British heritage. This train runs from Sheffield Park in East Grinstead. The Bluebell Railway is the first preserved steam train in the world. This train has an old train engine. Most of the train carriages are from 1939 and below. The next tourist attraction in Brighton that is interesting to visit when backpacking to Western Europe is the Sea Life Brighton Tourist Park, which carries the theme of underwater life. This tourist spot is a kind of giant aquarium that is amazing for educational tours. You can have an interesting trip at Sea Life Brighton and see the world's oldest Victorian aquarium. There are many underwater species, ranging from turtles, tropical fish, to sharks. Brighton Marina is an area also interesting for tourists to visit. This place is in the center of a fairly busy cruise ship port. There is activity of boats passing by on the pier, but you can visit the shopping center at Brighton Marina. There are boutiques, galleries, souvenir shops, and so on that can welcome your arrival. Not only that, there is also a restaurant or cafe that directly faces the water. Exploring a museum in a city will never be a mainstream activity. You can visit the Booth Museum of Natural History, which is one of the famous natural history museums in Brighton. This museum holds insight into animals and fossils, from birds to insects. Interestingly, this museum can be visited for free. so it is perfect for those of you who want to travel cheaply in England.